some of the best days of your life haven't even happened yet. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Sliding down again, right? 6,700, I think it was 15, 14, something like that when I checked it a moment ago, down about 3.33%. The entire market's down. If you're looking at the market cap, people are not really happy with it. It's like, all right, I get you. I got that you're not happy. You were told, you were fed this story about how when, the economics of the traditional world right now start to fall apart, Bitcoin is going to rise from the ashes like this phoenix. You're going to have immense wealth for being an early investor. It's not really happening. Well, I've talked a lot last episode about time, right? And once again, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of, you want this to happen right now. Well, the world doesn't really happen on your time frame. Right now, what I'm seeing is not enough people know about Bitcoin, right? Now, as all of this slowly takes effect and people are unemployed and displaced and all of the turmoil that's about to unfold from the butterfly of the government flapping its wings right now, we got to be ready. We got to be on the sidelines. We got to be ready to teach and educate people about Bitcoin, because then we'll get what we want. Then the phoenix will rise from the ashes. Then Bitcoin will be the world currency. But without us out there teaching and preaching, how do we expect this to happen? We expect it to just everyone all of a sudden out of nowhere, they're just going to have a brain epiphany and be like, oh yeah, this thing Bitcoin, I kind of think I've seen it on television shows telling us it was scammers and dirty markets and all this kind of stuff. No, they have to be educated, right? This is about the masses. We're here as early investors, preemptively stacking the stats, the Satoshis, right? But we also have work that goes along with it. As part of the revolution, as revolutionaries, we got to go out there and educate. We got to show people, hey, this is the way. If none of this is working for anyone, you know what we can trust in? Math, numbers, computers. They don't have an agenda of give money to my friend. Let's dilute the supply. Let's enslave most of the population with 9-to-5 jobs making me money, right? Well, who's here trying to teach and preach along with me is my lovely, beautiful co-host, Sammy.
Good afternoon, everyone.
So how are you doing today, Samantha?
I am good.
You are good?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Bought some hair dye,
The weather's not looking too
No,
great
the weather
today.
is not looking good.
But
looking better than yesterday.
That's why we're out here right now, because we love hanging out with you guys. You guys mean a lot to us. We figured, hey, let's get out here and do it before the rain. We've seen some sprinkles this morning. Definitely going to get some showers later today.
Anytime now, I guess. Yes, we have people.
Please comment in the chat. Let Samantha know that you're here. Let us know what you're thinking. Tell us if there's anything you want to talk about, because that's what this is about, right? Is I offer a free help desk via my email, which is listed down below. But why are you going to ask someone questions about Bitcoin and how to store it and all this stuff if you don't know who you're talking to and what they're talking about? Well, that's why the YouTube video came along. Nice, cheap, easy way for me to get out here every day, talk about Bitcoin, make some good friends like you guys, and help give back to the community of Bitcoin, right? Because there is no marketing department. If we want the revolution, we got to get out there and fight for it.
All right, so we got the pothead. Josh, he says thoughts on stablecoin ban.
Yes, of course. That is one of our topics today. Everyone's discussing it.
He says that he likes the high interest rates, but he's going to convert his back to fiat. The UK Bitcoin Master is here. Paul Rouleau is here. He says, good afternoon. Silent Lamb says pimps and players.
Brian, Silent Lamb, amazing. I'm glad that you guys could all join us. Hit the thumbs up. Paul Rouleau. Best friend ever there. I mean, you guys have been here in the chat for a long time. Paul has been supporting this channel more than most, right? Please give the thumbs up, share the video out. It'll stick us in the side algorithm. That same spiel I make all the time, right? But it's about growing the community. Hey, it may have been 3 years already, but it's about being here at the right time, right? It takes a lot of hard work. You can't just start off right at the peak. You've got to have a base. Maybe I've been here for 3 months, but maybe the next 6 months is the most important. Maybe the 6 months that's in a year from now is the most important, where I really seed that ideal into people of owning their own private keys, taking the monetary sovereignty power that they need, and opening up their eyes to the fiat. Well, I'm seeing today that as we're talking about bans on stable coins, another stimulus package, people all over today waking up to their $1,200 and talking ridiculousness on Facebook, unemployment looking like it could be 18 to 20%. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys feeling? If you're one of those people out there that's disappointed that the news isn't all about Bitcoin, I am sorry, but I can't do anything about the coronavirus. It has made its way into our every single day life and is unavoidable.
The pothead says shelves at the Safeway here in Cali are not that full. Still empty parts of the store. What the? Ah! Yeah. Mm-hmm. And how do they look where we're at, where everybody's at? Well, I mean, I still have not found toilet paper. This is week number 2 of not going above and beyond finding it. But every time I go to a store,
don't think that you guys were not out yet because of the hoarding supplies that I usually do. We had a month's supply to begin with.
Oh, and I mean, quite honestly, we could go, forever. You're okay.
The floodlights kicked on and it's getting dark.
It looks like it's going to open up any minute now.
I understand.
Oh, Zaza's here. Hi, Zaza.
Zaza, thanks for joining us, my friend. He is donating some swag for us to be able to get out there to Wakaan. And it's fantastic, right? This is what I'm talking about, is our event to Wakaan. The things like that is that we got to get out there and we got to start turning people onto Bitcoin. As the dollar bill starts failing, right, we're going to see a massive amount of people unemployed. This ideal of what they're trying to feed people about helping up the unemployment, printing money, it's really not a fix. It's a Band-Aid situation, and the effects of what's happening are going to be long felt. We just need to be ready. Right? We're smart individuals. We've already believed in, personal responsibility. We're going to be fine. That's why we've been fine all through this. It's that on the backside of this, as time continues to take its toll, as it continues to dwindle our savings, as the temptation to sell Bitcoin at these low fiat numbers and possibly lower in order to continue to get by on the struggle that the man has created, don't. Cut the belt. Tighten the slack, right? Do whatever you got to do. Don't sell crypto. You've already invested in it. It will be your phoenix from the ashes. And while we're here, let's turn more onto it, because that's how the phoenix rises faster. Because the dollar bill is on its way out as far as I'm concerned. With everything I'm hearing and everything I'm seeing in the news and this massive unemployment rate, they think that it's going to V and pop back up to only be 6 or 7% in a matter of no time. Definitely not. Not when you want to talk about possibly 2 years of social distancing happening, when we have people afraid to go back to school, with all of these things and the markets looking like they're fake, and us moving towards more of a Japanese style markets where the governments are buying large corporations
over their loved ones dying and stuff, and it's like, this is not the time.
So what do we got going on in the chat? I will get back to Josh's question of the stablecoin ban, but there are only 3 topics today, and we're rolling all 3 of them in together here, apparently.
Well, apparently James Benhart is on the stablecoin bandwagon. He says, what's up with the stablecoins under attack and possibly being eliminated? Bitcoin survived before stablecoins were here. Yes, I mean, it won't actually matter to Bitcoin. It won't matter to Ethereum, but yes, okay?
Well, that's not necessarily true. It will matter in the sense of people that are trading and trying to get rich quick and aren't here solely dedicated to the true purpose of Bitcoin, which is the financial revolution. If you're here looking for any number of fiat, right, for a Bitcoin trade, then yeah, because there could be periods where the prices drop because we keep talking about whether or not the conspiracy theory of Tether supporting the Bitcoin price. We'll find out whether or not that's true.
Oh, it sounded super awesome out there. Yeah, great. Okay, UK
Hey,
Bitcoin.
like my bosses have always told me here in Florida, until it's pouring on your head, just keep working. Don't worry about it.
Just keep going until it's a problem.
Hey, if you sat around worrying about the rain all day, you wouldn't get nothing
Not in
done.
Florida. Yep. UK Bitcoin Master says he just tweeted the show link. Ah, you're awesome.
Awesome, my friend. I appreciate it. I try to get over there and help you as much as I can, and thumbs up your video even if we can't watch it. I would share you out on my Twitter, but my other social medias, which are linked to down below, they don't get much love. It's pretty much just a way for me to make sure that I can get news out just in case something happens to YouTube. We've seen the purge over and over again. The stablecoin ban, I mean, I think it might be a little bit of puff media right now because people are constantly looking for it, you know, something to talk to about Bitcoin that's not tied to or correlated to the coronavirus. I don't necessarily believe that it has anything to do with the price downturn that we're seeing today a little bit. I do believe that with it being overmade into what it is, that we're probably not going to see much out of it. And then if we do see something out of it, I don't really see how this is going to be regulated and enforced. And if we did, it will affect the cryptocurrency price. But this is a pipe dream. Like, we're talking a year down the road or something before we could see something like this where they're really enforcing it, right? We got exchanges not having stablecoin. We got Gemini getting rid of their stablecoins.
Yeah.
It will be difficult for altcoins, especially because the ideal of altcoins life is that they're for traders. People want to trade. You want to get in and out, and switching to another commodity like Bitcoin that goes up and down is difficult. It makes your mathematics a lot harder, and the advantage on your side as just a normal guy trying to figure out how to trade, it just went way down.
Paul Rouleau says if the paper runs out, start plucking feathers. That's messed up, Paul. Oh, okay. Wow, we are looking super intense. Keep it going. Keep it going.
All right. Well, I mean, the other big thing I had was people were talking about the unemployment, right? And they're talking about how that we could see anywhere between 18 and 20%. So, I mean, 1 in 5 people.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot. I mean,
that's pretty high. And then as we slowly see this country open back up, right? Because now there's the discrepancy of who's going to be in charge to open it up. What are we going to see? Well, I mean, I do see it being a slow process. It's not going to be like it was when it shut down, where in a matter of a week, we had most of the country pretty well shut down.
Oh, yeah, that was super dominoes-y. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This ideal of leaning on the broken federal system is going to have long-term repercussions. And this is why I keep talking about that we need to get ready, right? We're sitting in quarantine. We're not going to see the effects the day one when we start getting out there and getting back to work, but the effects are going to be longer lasting than what we thought. So what are we going to do to help make this happen? You know, are you guys, you know, I love you guys that support the show. Are you going to support Bitcoin and Coffee or World Crypto Network or the other people on YouTube? There's plenty of time to start making your own YouTube, right? There's other ways of getting on Reddit and starting to communicate. The free help desk. I mean, it's endless possibilities.
The Swiss Army knife is huge.
Bitcoin.
Huge.
It's just, you got to get involved, right? If you're here and you've been through all of this already, how do you get out there and do more than just hold some Bitcoin and keep holding hard, right? Hoping for that phoenix to rise from the ashes. How do you help it, right? I'm always talking about helping. How do you help? Because it's not going to do it on its own.
All right. We have Satoshi James will work for Bitcoin. Wow, that's a long one. He just says bye. Bye.
Bye. Man.
No, like bye. Like bye.
Oh, buy Bitcoin.
Yeah,
all right.
like bye.
Yeah, I mean, if
buy,
you're not invested enough
sell,
already.
buy.
See, but the problem is that everyone's always saying buy this, do this. And it's about how much, you know, are you willing to lose? How much of a ticket do you really need to have to invest in the future of the revolution? I mean, right? That's what you're doing. If you're not thinking money and, I'm going to buy, 0.1, Bitcoin, and I'm going to wait till that's worth $10,000, and then I'm going to turn it in and I'm going to pay off the car. Right? Or that I'm going to take that 1 point Bitcoin and I'm going to leverage trade it with 25x. And then, when I get $10,000, I'll buy the car. Right? I mean, these are the things that people are talking about.
Well, when you have a car beforehand, when you have a car after.
Right. Well, what these people are doing is that they're looking at the volatility of Bitcoin and they're looking to try to use it in their favor so that they can capitalize on fiat cash to be able to have an easier life and not be part of that 9 to 5 rat race And I don't blame them for not wanting to be part of the 9 to 5 rat race, but it's about being in the bigger picture and not just helping yourself with some leverage trading or, investing more than you should in Bitcoin and watching the price go up after the halvenings. It's about getting the whole world on the Bitcoin system.
All right, where are we at? It's raining.
I'm feeling the sprinkles. They're starting to come in. We're going to have to wrap this up because
serious?
we got to protect the camera. The other one is people talking about gold, that it's easier to get their hands on gold instead of Bitcoin. And then that's why we're starting to see the price of Bitcoin or gold go up. I think they just know gold better, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about with, we really are going to have to try hard. It's not going to happen if we're just sitting around saying, oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, dude. No big deal.
Silent Lamb says, don't think of it as much as how much you can afford to lose. Rather, what would you pay for freedom?
I say just at least have $100.
You should all at least have a little freedom.
Right. Everybody can afford $100 just about. If you live in America, you can afford to get $100 worth of Bitcoin and lock it up in a hardware wallet. Or however, right? From there, it's a matter of how invested are you in the revolution. All right, on that note, let's go ahead and get out of here before the camera gets wet and the laptop. You guys are great. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. Stay safe. Have a good time in quarantine. Love each other. Remember to keep that Bitcoin safe. And little Eugene, you got any last words for everyone?
Buy Bitcoin.
Buy Bitcoin. Later, guys.
Wash your hands. Bye, guys.